Okay, we are back for another Jarvis video in the Jarvis video series. In this particular video, we're going to be going over what it means to protect your capital and how the market can change, obviously live, right? But now you have statistics behind it, which is very cool. So let's start this off. This is going to be a back testing of a particular trade that I took this morning with Jarvis. Okay, so we're going to hit the play button. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice right here, stop it for a second, well, pretty quick, but there is an actual pre-signal filter that's been added to the Jarvis signal pipeline. It comes before the signal. What it does is it has a translucence on the buy and sell labels, um, and as the candle is getting close or building towards that signal, you're going to see that pre-signal pop up. It's like giving you a little bit of a pre-context, letting you know, saying, hey, um, this signal might fire here. Okay, so that was that. So let's continue. Buy signal fires. Okay, so pay attention to this HUD. A1 prints. Pause it here. So buy signal is how it goes. Pre-signal, the signal, confirmation, acceptance. If it's a strong acceptance, checking how the follow through was. If it's a weak acceptance, then we're looking for commitment. That's it. So technically by the fourth or fifth candle, this structure has been evaluated by Jarvis. So if you look at this here, towards the bottom here, bottom right, you'll notice that Jarvis is already saying this structure is a grinder, it's structure led, and it's persistent. And he gave it a confidence score of 1. Jarvis confidence score for the DNA ranges from -5 to +5. So 0 being neutral. So it's a little bit above neutral, which means like it's not too bad. But take a look at the TDS as well. It's slow, it's ahead, and it has a pullback. So what that means is that it's mirroring this DNA. It's a grinder. You know what I mean? So basically, what needs to happen is it's all about entry, right? So what I did when I saw that, I said, okay, I see a 1. I see yellow minus, meaning that it was a weak follow through, but the A1 printed, which means it was a strong printed candle, but with a weak follow through. You know, my mistake was I was supposed to enter because it's a slow ahead and pullback for the environment, tempo, drift, and state. I should have entered at the open of the signal, but I entered at the close. Okay, so did I draw this box out? Long box out here, and I entered. Let me turn on this here. Entered here. Okay, and then I brought my stop down a little bit below this particular candle here. Jarvis already had it at its stop loss, smart stop loss already on this line, but I went a little bit below that line actually. And you're gonna see why I did that and how I was saved with that. I pulled this up about you know, 1.5 R. This is about as far as I'll go, right? Not too greedy in the market. So let's go ahead and continue to play this through. So let me stretch this out here. Okay, so we're gonna play it through. Okay, so there we go. I get tapped on this candle. You see that little cell starting to pop up a little bit. Didn't like that. I did not like that at all. But there you go. There's a cell. All right. Now I'm kind of like in a very pretty bad space here, but um, actually, you know what? This was actually a little bit further down, a little bit, like about like here, and I got saved. Now this, if you were following the flow when I was talking here, this sell signal came after this buy signal that I was already in. This sell signal had poor structure. It had a confidence score of a -3, which is definitely helpful for me because I was in the buy, right? I don't need this sell to do well at all. I need it to fail. Now, I did pull this down a bit because obviously with trading views said I would have bought and stomped out, but that wasn't the case. Actually, my candle, it was like somewhere around here, I think, somewhere over here, because I was definitely saved. So um, it basically came down, did a liquidity grab, and then it worked its way up. Now here's where you protect your capital. I'm up about maybe 50, 60 bucks here. Okay. I'm now down, drawdown of like $90. So I'm like, oh crap, I'm about to lose my 100. Buy comes in. It's a C key. It's a C confirmation and an A1 print. Now, why did I leave this particular trade? I left it because when this buy came in, it was a brand new key. When Jarvis, every structure it creates a signal for, it journals, it live journals it, and it puts it under a key that has a specific fingerprint for that structure. There's about 9 to 10 dimensions for that fingerprint on that structure. If it can't find the key, that means this is a brand spanking new structure. Okay? When it's a new structure, this is what happens to the HUD. Everything gets cold. You can't see anything, right? There's no sniper, there's no DNA, there's no contract information, there's nothing. So only thing you can really see is macro level stuff, which is the market state, which we were in compression, the duration, the number of samples, and win rate for these samples. That's it. That's all you can see. And the unicorn too. If there was any kind of unicorn, around, it could track that. But everything else is cold. So what I did was once I saw that A1 print, let's continue. I got out here. I got out, right? 40 bucks in the green. It's not much, but guess what? I saved my capital. That's how you save capital. But let's continue to watch what was going to happen here. So as you can see, the market, yeah, there you go. It was still going. Um, but the whole point is, and there you go. There's your TP. Let me move this to the side. There it is. There. This white candle is the TP from this sorry, from this confirmation here on this particular signal. Jarvis actually projects where the TP candle will be. When the TP candle is found, it puts a color on it. This color obviously can be changed um, dynamically. See TP candle color, you can change it to whatever you want, but there it is there. Now I got out on this candle, right? Because once I saw A1 print, I was very excited. I just got out, right? And I got out because there was no stats. A1 printing is a good sign. That means that acceptance was there, but you need follow through. Now, if I'm looking at this without no statistics, I can tell that this was a strong follow through. Why? A1 printed. Look at the next candle. It did not close within. It didn't close within the candle or reject it. It closed above it. So that was a strong follow through, which is good. But even then, I don't know the statistical mapping on this. This is a brand new key. I got no history on this. I got out. So that's basically how you would protect your capital. Got almost stomped out with this particular candle here, but I had enough, you know, leeway to pass that. Now, last thing I would say is this, right? I said that I entered here. Technically, when this buy signal came up and it said slow ahead and pullback, that's Jarvis saying, listen, this structure just is building in a slow environment and anticipate pullback. What I should have done is I should have entered, and everything is about entry, right? I should have entered here. Instead of at close, I should have entered here, right? Now I enter here, and then I can bring my stop down to either here or here. Probably would be here because my max for my ticks is 250. I don't really go further than that. So it would have been here, right? Now, 150. There you go. What would have happened? Would have came in, tapped in here for sure. played around a little bit, worked his way up. So TDS tells you, right? The DNA tells you this is going to be this is a grinder. This is, you know, this is just a grinder, which it did. It kind of like grinded. It actually turned into another signal, and then this signal continued. So in Jarvis terminology, it's a terminology called um, recovered structure, which is RS. What it means is that this particular structure idea was based off of this structure idea. Okay, this structure idea is not the initial idea. The origin idea for this structure was actually here. But because this signal came in and broke this structure up a little bit, it kind of like regained itself here, right? If this didn't happen, technically, if Jarvis did not see this as a new structure break, this would have still probably still been green. It would have tapped in and kept going up, but the market made this look like a new structure, right? So this was like basically a structure recovery, basically, recovery structure. So that's it for this video. This is how you protect your capital, man. One thing about Jarvis, when you start utilizing it, it's gonna make you stick to your principles. Okay. No FOMOing in the market. Just wait for the validation phases on the structure, and then you act accordingly. Right? You enter, you put your stop loss, you protect your capital, and that is key.